this is a common position. Amy and I were just in a stand-up match, and one of us, or the both of us, tried to throw. It failed. We both fell to our knees. However, I managed to pop up a little bit faster than she did. One of the first things I want to do is when we get in this position is I plant my chest against the back of her head. Why? To stop her from coming up. All I need is about that half of a second time that when I go chest down, she's going to have to think to turn this way or this way because I just blocked her. And that's all the time that I need. I'm going to shoot my right hand in. And I'm going to slide my thumb into her lapel like this. And then grab. Now the thing that I want you to understand about this is a lot of people get tricked at this moment, especially strong guys, because they think, now I'm going to just wheel them up and over. No, not really. Once I get them here, my job is that I'm just going to really slough off the side, okay? I'm just going to let the side of my arm bang against the ground. But what I am going to do is my left hand is going to go between her arms. I want it to dive deep like I'm doing a left or a right side roll. And I got to get my head at the very least inside of her armpit, better into her stomach. Okay? So from here, what I want to do is shoot this way and hold on. Let the weight of my body wheel her over. As this hand goes between these two arms, I want to keep it there. If I leave it there through the roll, it ends up helping me out with my lock. So I shoot under, pull, and right up into a hold. I've got my hand under her head. I've got my other arm underneath her back. This makes it very difficult to bridge here because the compression that I've got of her head coming forward and her body going up isn't comfortable for a bridge. Okay? So now, one more time. One more time, just by the numbers, boom. Okay, just a nice slide through. Back down. Now again, I know for you old timers, it's a lot of review, but that's just how it goes. One thing I want you guys not to do, keep this turn this way for me, face this way, is when you're doing this move, do not put your head on their back. That's one of the first mistakes a lot of people make. If I put my head on her back, I'm going to go this way, just for the sake of showing you. When I go to spin, she ends up on my head. And that don't feel too good. Some of you have had the misfortune of having that happen to you. And you know that especially if you go fast, it makes your head feel a little bit like a grate for a second. It's like, oh, my temples just caved in on me. Back over. But if you get your head in deep, you're going to find that she totally misses my head. My arm being right here from the roll, as I turn in, comes under her head and up. You guys got that? Now from here, you might say, what can you do from here? Well, I can start off with the arm. I can pull back over. I can go for an arm bar if I'm in a black belt or a self-defense situation. But to tell you the truth, for a grappling contest, I rather like right where it ends me up at first. It's a tough hold to get out of. Huh? And there is a choke to it as well. Yes. Okay, but for now, we're going to do another one now that we just did in the kids class called Dakiwakari.
Yes.
It's very similar. After Dakiwakari, we're going to go to some stand-up technique. Now, Miss Amy, may I borrow you again? Birthday girl?
What about this one?
Well, she's the other. We already sang happy birthday to her, but I'm just commenting.
So we haven't done for her yet?
Now, Dakiwakari used to be one of, well, technically, if you go to the code, one of the 67 throws of judo. But in most competition, it's illegal as a standing technique. It used to be that if you got somebody to bend over, you could do this one, jump over them. If you got them on the mat, you could still, if they were up on all fours, you could do it and still get a point off of it. It's not the same anymore. You don't get a point, but it is still a great entry into mat work. Just like on the rotation we just did. You don't get a point on it, but you end up in a winning position, and that's ultimately what you want. Now, I'm not the best jumper in the world anymore, but you guys are going to get the idea. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do is I'm basically doing something very similar to what we just did. My starting position is just different. Instead of being in front, I'm now like in the back quarter facing the same direction. Again, I want to come up and I want to get a grip on this lapel. But now as I come over, again, it really still is kind of a sloughing off. But at the same time that you slough off, you want to try to cut in down here. So I'm going to move her arm in a little bit. Just she gets across the lapel grip, she dives under, wheels him over, goes for Munigatami. Pair up, get out. Good birthday, boy. Edgar's birthday too.
Hey!
What's up, buddy? Hey, there's Dr. Ray right behind him. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Okay. Now, we just did the barrel roll. We just did Daki Wakari. There are quite a number of other rolls we can do. But now, it's our night. It's time to get a little stand-up in as well. Now, we're going to start off with, we're actually going to start off with Guruma, which we have not done in a long time. Now, for a lot of people, Guruma is one of the sissiest throws in the world. Okay? It's really nothing better than a takedown. However, not to brag, but I will. I've actually broken 2 separate people's collarbones with this throw. When you do it well, when you come in and you pop and you get them to levitate and roll them over midair and come down, it is just as devastating a throw as a self-defense style uchimata. Okay? When you get that body to roll to this height and falling down, it's a hard, hard fall. Okay? Because they don't have an opportunity to slap or anything. It can be weird. We're not going to do it that way though. We're going to start off on our knees. We're going to start off using it as a grappling technique, and then we're going to stand up and do it as a takedown. Guys, don't give me this whole, okay, when it's not looking, let's do it as hard as we can. Don't want that, okay? All things in due time. Sammy, can I borrow you? This throw often comes into play as one of the only throws, so to speak, that somebody can use from a newaza position. You can go ahead and get down on both knees. Now, just like when we were doing the knee push the other night. Sit down back, sit back. The position Amy's in right now is called base. Knee push involves like, putting your foot on one knee or the other, and as you're holding on, you try to like kick it out from under them and roll them over. When she's back on her haunches like that, if I was like, rah, would I be able to make it work? Maybe, probably. If I get her up like this, is it going to work better? Yes. Still not ideal though, okay? Why? Well, here's her center of gravity. Back here, her center of gravity is way behind her knees. From here to here, it's still behind her knees, which means if I apply pressure, I'm going to be putting friction to the mat with her weight coming down, and it's going to be tough. Can it be done? Yes. Better here. You get her weight forward. So, as we did the other night, we're showing like this going, stay down, don't work too good. Bring her up, works pretty good. Bring her forward, and works real well. Okay? The Guruma we're going to do is now going to be me on my knees, her on her knees. Very similar concept. Okay? If I'm here, and she's basing on me, go down to there. Maybe. Okay? Yeah. Not best though. Better still. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring her to me. And as I bring her to me, I'm going to put my foot right in front of her knee. I'm going to prop it. I'm going to push a little bit. I'm going to extend my belly button to the ceiling. I'm going to rotate her like this. So we come in. Boom. Just like that. Questions?
No.
Good. Grab. Can I borrow you? I'm going to throw the birthday girl again for her birthday. If we may. She's going to put that leg forward. Normal osotogari. Just like with Guruma, as I step in, I want to bring her with me. Guruma. It was this way, and osotogari is this way. I bring my knee up, my toes pointed down. This is the technique, toes pointed down. Do not come in like this, it's going to kill your throw, okay? You come in here and you shoot through only reaping one leg. But as you reap that leg, your head should come down and the rest of your leg should go up. This is one of the throws of judo that you're better off with it if you've got a nice flexible hamstring. So if you guys don't got a good flexible hamstring, go get one. Go to the store, buy a new one. Okay? Because it helps. Now from here, again, step in, you lift up, you sweep through. You step in, you lift up, sweep through. Okay? Good job, buddy.
I want to clap.
I've thrown Miss Amy with this floor so many times, she knows how to handle it perfectly. She's a great uke. Now, that's showing you what the throw is like. Now, running Osoto is this. What's the difference between this one and running? Well, just that. We run when we do running Osoto. But primarily because, this is great. Put the other foot forward, please. When Amy and I are just playing around here, I might get a good shot, boom. And to tell you the truth, people pull off good Osotogaris in tournaments every single day. You're playing around, somebody steps forward, boom. And even though it's one of the first throws you learn, it is one of the three major high-flying throws of judo. Osotogari, Uchimata, or Aigoshi. Big high-flying throws, okay? People learn this one first, though, because the landing is relatively easy. You go straight down there and you get to slap and it's clean. But lots of times, as you're playing in a tournament, you're going, we're sweeping, we're trying to come in, we're doing whatever. I might try to like pop in on, say something like a Ouchigari, and I don't get it. But she ends up losing her balance, and I end up running in. Okay? That's when running Osoto comes in. So that, as her and I are playing, I come in, we run, whoop, whoop. Okay? You just run through, sweep that leg, down they go. You run faster forward than they run backwards. So when you get them in a position, boom, they try to come back up. And that's a good competition throw. You throw them right into the referee. And that's beautiful. And then you say, did you see that one?